detail in dirt and looking at like things that people don't see as conventionally pretty, picking them out and making them noticeable, making people accept like the patterns and the tiny little intricacy of them all.
There's movement and time, and I was capturing the fleeting lives of humans.
It was William Morris because of his curvature lines, and also I was influenced by Bauhaus artists, the line, repetition.
The secrets of nature is what I've called it, so I've had people submit me their quotes and thoughts or secrets, and then I've put that into my artwork, but I've used the theme of like natural form within that.
Human interaction in public places and like how people kind of move and respond to each other like in busy and public places.
The woodland whimsical illustrations, and my theme was pattern and texture, and then I added my illustrations to woodland animals.
Movement and repetition, and I didn't want to kind of take that in the normal route, so I was thinking dance or sport originally, but then I wanted to look at immigration, so within my own family, and explore that kind of story.
My project is about an interior design. It's basically redesigning New York Museum, the reception area. I wanted to take a modern, contemporary look with it. And it was inspired by stairs, hence the layers and the straight line.
Natural form in architecture, and it is based around fitting nature back into its old environment.
My project is based on grief. It's titled A Journey Through Grief, and it's trying to put into visual images the feelings that people go through when they've gone through an episode of grief.
Photography and fine art to do this, capturing, like using my camera and paints to try and capture the time and movement together.
Textiles, which I've used throughout most of my work, which really helped. I've used ceramics, which is a new one to me. I've not really used ceramics before. It was really nice using the new workshop, getting a feel for different types of mediums.
Textiles, 3D, which I didn't think I was going to use, and print.
Textiles and ceramics, which have been really good. More ceramics towards the end.
I used most of the workshops. I used the textiles workshop, I used the print workshop, and I used the 3D workshop where I used Illustrator and the gas torches and also the wood cutting.
The textiles studio to do embroidery, and I also use printmaking to print up the fabric before I sewed.
I've used 3D design with the machines like bandsaw and laser cutting.
Mainly the 3D workshop for my wooden sculpture, as well as looking at just the normal workshop and working on my pencil drawings.
The main workshops that I've used for this project are the photography workshops, where I had a lot of help doing the actual photography images, and then I've used the actual workspace that we're given in the project to actually do the fine art pieces as well.
Helpful portfolios from our tutors, and they'd help us organise it and pick out our best work so we could put it in.
Got a lot of help from Leicester College to fill in my form. It's a long time since I filled in the form. With my personal statement, on the 24 plus scheme, I needed a lot of help because it was a bit more complicated. So yeah, I got a lot of help with my writing, particularly my personal statement.
There's loads of help with setting up the UCAS, how to go through it, what you need to put in, any bits you need to add, help with personal statements and things like that.
We had a UCAS mentor who helped us step by step throughout the UCAS application. She also helped us with our personal statements, and she also helped us with anything we didn't understand.
With the online portfolios, some of them are quite selective, so it was really helpful to have our teacher help us select the strongest piece of work that we could show to universities.
The staff have been very helpful with the UCAS process, both choosing what courses I wanted to go onto and filling out the forms. And there are one-to-one sessions you can have which were of great help.
I just enjoyed like the time here and the people that I was with, and it was a really good space to work for, especially with my work because it's pretty large, and it was just a really enjoyable time for me.
Most of all, how relaxed it is. No, it's really well put together. It's nice having a big space to work in and being with all your friends, getting along with everyone. You've got good open access to like all the classes, so yeah, that's good.
I think the freedom within the course has been really good. You're kind of left to go and explore and do what you really want to do, but also have a strong guidance with that. But it's nice it not being extremely structured and being able to do what you want within the course.
Like that and fine art, but there's also like product design and textiles and everything all in the same space, and being able to like kind of see other sides of the art which I haven't had an opportunity to look at before, and that it's quite kind of informal. We all kind of talk about the work and stuff in a friendly way, as opposed to it kind of being really schooly and like competitive, but it's more like people like bringing each other up and bouncing ideas off each other and stuff like that.
I loved that we had our own spaces to work in, and that we had the freedom to choose what our projects were about, and this being my favourite project I've ever done so far.
I think the people on the course definitely made it, and obviously like the teachers being really passionate about their subject and really wanting to help you deliver the best of your ability. I think that was really good, and yeah, the facilities here are really good as well.
I like how you get to try different areas of art, because I used to just do fine art work. I've never tried ceramics or even 3D before, and I like how we can get opportunities to do that.
I enjoyed the freedom we were given during the project to actually choose how we wanted to develop, because this is something I've not actually attempted before, an actual multimedia project, and it was good to be able to branch out and do things I haven't done before.
I got quite a few offers. I got offers from Norwich, which is what I accepted, and I got one from UAL, the Wimbledon campus for fine art, and some others from Kingston.
Applying this year is not definitely for me, purely because I didn't know exactly what course I wanted to do. It's just made me open my eyes to look at a different variety of courses.
Innovation in textiles at Leicester University.
I got offers from Norwich, Chelsea, and Loughborough, but I decided to go to Chelsea.
Fine art with history of art at Leeds University.
Next year I'm going to go to Montfort University to study graphic illustration.
I got offers from Norwich University Arts, Leeds College of Art, Brighton University, and UWE in Bristol.
Next year I'll be going to DMU to study interior design.
The architecture at Nottingham Trent University.